I'm Sydney.
And I'm Cameron.
We're both born and raised in Nashville, met in high school.
One day we were looking for houses, and East was always our area we wanted to be in. Just found it one day as like a new listing. I think it was like 2 days old.
Yeah.
We toured this one and B ended up on this one.
So first we did the final walkthrough and kind of like the blue tape inspection to make sure everything was good before we went through the final close. And so that was really Trevor and Blake walking us through like the decision making and why they picked this tile and that sink and that paint color and like all the specifics of why they felt like that was the best choice, and then really helping us understand like how to take care of the home and what to do to ensure that like we can keep it nice forever. Like going through to the specifics, they were really detail oriented around making sure that everything looked perfect. Trevor had all this knowledge of like that painter is going to come in and fix this one little paint splat over here, and then like that one tile has a little crack on it, like things that we wouldn't have seen. The security guy I came to put in the system, I needed to know what type of insulation they used, and he was able to text me back in like 2 minutes. And so just he has such a wealth of knowledge over the house and all those details, and so it's been really helpful like throughout, still being a few months into it, to know what to do. I would say thorough would describe our experience with Cobalt. What would you say? Responsive.
So like whenever we would text anyone from the team, they would respond within 5-10 minutes, and if not, they would have a pretty good reason why.
Yeah.
Not that we were rushing them.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think thorough in the way that like wanting higher water pressure, and then someone from the team was able to send like step-and-step instructions on how to like go into the water tank and, you know, change the heat settings and all of that stuff, to the point where they just had such a thorough knowledge of the home and how to communicate to us in a way that made it feel like home for us too. And like we felt like we were understanding how to take care of it best.
So the past couple of weeks, we've basically had 2 wind hurricanes. Front light above our garage, the wind blew it crooked. And I was like, oh, I'll just come home and fix that. And then when I got home, it was already straight because someone from the team had just drove by, noticed it, and tilted it back.
Yeah,
so,
little things like that. Definitely nothing that we would have expected from anyone on the builder team, but already made it feel like home for sure. And so it felt like the relationship that we have with them is really unique, especially compared to a lot of the other homes we looked at too. The builders were kind of like these shadowy figures who didn't want to talk to us and answer our questions.
Especially the new construction homes, who were very secretive about where they got parts, materials, how it was built.
And versus Cobalt like walked us through all those decisions and was like really hands-on in a way that felt really comforting to us, of knowing like where that tile came from and the decision-making process. So then we're able to take care of it.
Any question that we've had has been answered with information that I wouldn't even have thought of.
And so I think the relationship that we have with the builders, on top of like the professionalism of the choices and the way that they built the house, is like miles above everything else that we looked at. When we've already had, you know, friends and family come over, welcome into the home, and they're all like, who built this house? Like, where do you find these people? And so I think being able to feel really confident in our decision was important to us, and every step along the way, Cobalt has only, you know, reinforced that in us, that we made the right choice. So definitely recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.